Hello and welcome. My name is Preacher, and today we have something unusual. A video that I don't feel compelled to make. I feel obligated to make. Because honestly, I'm not bringing y'all nothing new today. This isn't really news, except it's also massive news. So let's start from the top. Asha Sharma took to the socials yesterday to officially unveil the project name of the next Xbox. Now, it's not lost on me that I'm not exactly what you would call Xbox's target audience. But shouldn't I be kind of? Right? Because if you have Asha Sharma talking about the return of Xbox, right? Possibly the return of exclusivity, that's not to appease the core base. The core base was already with you, right? If you don't know that, Asha Sharma definitely knows that because they made her a community banner as she came in, if you have not seen. And from the outside, this might look like a simple play from a suit to appease a base, but when you look at it in the wider tapestry of what's been going on with the parasocial relationships out of Xbox, specifically Xbox, no other platform, specifically Xbox, in the way that the corporation uses that to their gain, especially when they're on the back foot like they are right now, you see it. And stuff like this happens, and it was her banner. It's changed now to Helix, but it's, as she says, it was her banner for the weekend. There's a reason for that. It's because that fan base, that core fan base, was along for the ride and is here for the ride. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to worry about them. But if you're trying to reach out with exclusives, you're trying to reach people like me, right? You're hoping that a game is so good that I would want to go and buy the system. I would hope for that too. I highly doubt that. And I also highly doubt that they're getting exclusives to begin with. That's almost certainly not happening. And it's almost wild to see how people are going off about it. There is a 0.00001% chance, like it would, and if it happens, it would be the death knell. I called it wrong on this channel many months ago that Xbox would not put Call of Duty on Game Pass because it did not financially make sense to put Call of Duty on Game Pass, because there was no way Xbox was going to get that kind of adoption, because there was no reason outside of Call of Duty on Game Pass to own the console. You might as well just buy it on wherever you were playing anyway, right? I was wrong, and they did that. But that's what ended up toppling the regime of Phil. I promise you. They lost so much money with that experiment. It was failed. I guarantee you that's one of the things Asha Sharma's taking the axe to first, right? Y'all are thinking about exclusivity. You need to be worried about how Game Pass is getting chopped and screwed. But ultimately, I just feel obligated to make this video and not compelled, because we've seen this rigmarole before, right? I seen this, and they were announcing the Xbox again. It seems like every couple months they have to tell you that a next-gen Xbox is coming because it looks increasingly unlikely. This is the same thing. This is the exact same thing, just with an art asset. They didn't show you anything. You don't know anything now. She confirmed that it plays PC games. We were working under that assumption anyway, right? You know what I mean? And it's just like, you see this now being spun off into the hope. We're so back. Xbox Helix, man. What about it? What about it is different from yesterday? You know what's different about it? The fact that it certainly won't be playing PlayStation games, because PlayStation moved their stuff to are pulling away from PC. That's more of a next gen forward announcement than the Helix thing is. It really is. Because the Helix is nothing. We already knew that. PlayStation is now telling you there are going to be exclusives on the PlayStation 6, period. So, yeah, I don't know. You can only say so much, but yeah, it's just they didn't give me anything new to work with. You know what I mean? Helix is and I think it's because I think they're announcing it now because they're going to have to talk more about it at GDC. They do have GDC coming up, and they're the keynote speaker. It was supposed to be Phil, but now he's out, so it's going to be Asha. And maybe they're just being more open about it, you know what I mean? In which case, we'll have a lot more to talk about in a week's time after GDC. But right now, this is just a logo. I don't like it. Oh, man, not enough people are talking about this. Like, the logo looks like ass, no? I mean, that OG Xbox logo is iconic. It's iconic. It is. It really is. You're changing to this? It looks like a vacuum, like a dishwasher type logo, man. I don't know. And I'm not seeing a lot of, this is a legitimate next gen announcement. And I'm not really seeing that sort of excitement or that sort of buzz outside of course, the Xbox community. They're going to buzz about anything, but I'm not seeing the hoorah from I should be interested in this from a gaming perspective, but they just didn't tell you anything. They gave you a bad logo. But yeah, I guess that's going to be it. I just had to say something on it, but don't really have much to say because ain't shit changed. I'm going to go upstairs and play Marathon. Yo, having a ton of fun with Marathon. Check this shit out. Hell yeah, man. I'm running solos. This game is super tense. You know what I mean? I really do fuck with it. I played Hunt back in the day. Hey, me and the boys played Hunt back in the day, but they all said hard no on Marathon, so I'm playing by myself, but it's fun, man. I am having a good time so far, so I'm gonna go back upstairs and do that since Xbox ain't got nothing to talk about. So, as always, I am Preacher, and I do so hope to see you right back here on the pews.